As it was mentioned before, there are no compounds of rays which are set up at 100% accuracy because the reaction products of the both kinds of rays aren't capable to fully meet existential needs of those rays. So, because the energy of rays constantly weakens, this will gradually lead to decomposition of the first ray compounds, subatomic particles, and then those rays will spread across the universe once again, and formation of the new compounds will begin. This decomposition of subatomic particles shouldn't be a very sudden process explosion because constituent rays lose their energy at a very slow rate, and for that reason they are getting slower and slower until they gradually stop. Then, after the decomposition is over, all that's left are the reaction products of rays, which were in that former subatomic particle structure, and they spread in different directions. This decomposition process is extremely slow and for that reason is unnoticeable. The energy of those reaction products depends on the energy of those rays, which were in that former subatomic particle structure. The traveling speed and trajectory of those reaction products also depends on the time when the first rays appeared in the universe. If some kinds of those rays were released earlier than others, then the decomposition process would go in stages, i.e. the oldest bodies would disintegrate first. Then the process would be repeated on the newer bodies and so on until the whole universe would be destroyed. In the meantime, very interesting phenomena would take place. The first disintegrated subatomic particle would emit the free reaction products of both kinds of rays, which was in that particle before. And, as it was mentioned before, those reaction products are the energy source of other kinds of rays, so they attract those products and use them to fulfill their existential needs. The reaction products, because of their constant usage, are also decomposing little by little into even smaller particles of unknown origin. The reason of their decomposition is similar, as in compounds of rays. The structural units of reaction products are also unable to fully meet each other's existential needs. So, while slowly decomposing, they give less and less energy to rays, and when they decompose completely, the rays disappear too, and all the matter of the universe with them. And in the end, there are only the particles of unknown origin left, which appeared after decomposition of reaction products. However, all those particles of unknown origin, reaction products of rays and other particles, can be used again to recreate their former compounds. In order to do that, it is needed to know the properties of every particle and to have a sufficient amount of energy, which should be calculated accurately and distributed properly between those particles. By the way, rays emit reaction products all the time, and those reaction products move towards those kinds of rays, which need them as their energy source. So, all kinds of different reaction products are spread out all across the universe, and they constantly move from one kind of rays to another. On the other hand, if all the first rays in the universe were released at the same time, then all the subatomic particles would also decompose at the same time and turn to the particles of unknown origin in the end. It is also possible that in the beginning of the universe, there were reaction products or the particles of unknown origin released instead of rays and their spreading directions. Amount and energy were calculated extremely accurately in order to collide with each other and create compounds, which then would create the first rays and gradually the first subatomic particles.